Hello, my friends. I am at the Tim Hortons. I'm going to read a little while this book about Stratford upon Avon, the birthplace of Shakespeare. Archaeological finds of exceptional interest and importance illustrating these early phases of local settlement are preserved in New Place Museum. Later comers were not slow to recognize the natural advantages of this river crossing site. A Saxon monastery established itself here towards the end of the 7th century. It can be traced as part of a large estate held by the Bishop of Worcester, whose successors remained lords of the soil until the 16th century. Tradition has it that the monastery stood near the site of Holy Trinity Church, the area around which is still significantly called Old Town. It apparently had ceased to exist before the Norman conquest, but by this time a small community of lay tenants had grown up. The Domesday Survey facsimile on page 4 in 1086 records land in Stratford for 31 ploughs, an area of meadow and a mill valued at 10 shillings and 1,000 eels. There were 28 villeins, 7 porters, and a priest. The manor was held by Wulfstan, Bishop of Worcester, who had retained his estates at the conquest. Developments occurred during the 12th century, which had a great influence on Stratford's early growth. The bishop's tenants were allowed to hold their plots of ground on terms, known as burgage tenure, much more favorable than those of the purely agricultural view. Then, realizing its possibilities as a trading center, Bishop John of Constance secured for Stratford in 1196 the right to hold a market, and in 1214 King John granted a 3-day fair. Meanwhile, a wooden bridge built alongside the fort facilitated the river crossing. Stratford's importance as a center of markets and fairs increased during the Middle Ages. The town remained small, and it did not figure in the events of national history. As part of an ecclesiastical estate, it did not attain independent status and was never represented in Parliament. Nevertheless, its contacts with the outside world were not negligible. Travelers and merchandise crossed the Avon by its bridge. Cloth from the prosperous city of Coventry passed through on its way to Bristol and overseas. Tradesmen and craftsmen were attracted to settle here. Buyers from long distances attended its fairs, and country people frequented its markets. Okay? That's it for today. Perhaps we will read another little bit later on. Thank you for accompanying me. I hope you like it.